Lollapalooza opened Thursday in Grant Park amid a swirl of questions about crowds, about rising COVID-19 cases in Chicago, about how extra entry procedures and health screening would be handled. That last question turned out to be a non-question, at least in the early hours of the festival's first day. Lollapalooza continues through Sunday with a lineup of national and local musicians on 7 stages, returning to Chicago's lakefront after taking last year off because of the pandemic. Crowds began gathering in the sun at the Van Buren and Harrison Street entrance chutes on Michigan Avenue well before 11 a.m. both there and later inside the grounds. Few masks were to be seen. A group from Cleveland were among the first in line at the Van Buren entranceway. They said they had arrived at about 8:30 a.m. because they wanted to be first in. "We're running first to the merch, then to the guardrails," said Robbie Rodick, 24. The merch is the band merchandise that they heard can sell out on the morning of the first day. The guardrail is at the front of the T-Mobile stage, where they wanted to stake their claim all the way through Playboi Carti and Miley Cyrus Thursday night. Once the gates opened, a little early at 10:50 a.m., those crowds were quickly dispatched into the park. Lollapalooza requires proof of COVID-19 vaccines at the gates, or concertgoers can provide a negative COVID-19 test result within the last 72 hours. The festival, put on by Austin, Texas-based C3 Presents, is not using apps such as the Clear app that have been used by music festivals elsewhere, asking instead for paper documents and copies of vaccine cards. Digital copies have also been accepted at the entranceways. The festival is the largest gathering of its kind in Chicago since before the pandemic. Mayor Lori Lightfoot has defended allowing the festival's return, even as she has said she would consider a mask mandate and other restrictions once the city returns to having at least 200 COVID-19 cases per day on average. Lightfoot said safety is a primary consideration at such gatherings, and certainly this year. "We have had very robust planning around safety for weeks if not months leading into the start of Lollapalooza today," she said, adding there's been an effort to identify and mitigate soft spots around the perimeter of the festival site. The city's average number of daily new cases inched up to 190 on Thursday, up from 185 the previous day, but far below an April peak of nearly 650 new cases per day. Hospitalizations remain low, averaging 8 new instances daily, while the average number of deaths daily related to COVID-19 remains below 1. Jenna Tomaszewski, 26, and Alex Turner, 28, both of Tennessee, show their COVID-19 vaccination cards as they arrive for the first day of the Lollapalooza Music Festival in Chicago's Grant Park on July 29, 2021. A vaccination card or negative COVID-19 test is required for entry to Lollapalooza this year.